My name is Emily, a 27-year-old CEO of a fashion brand. I just started my business and there's so much to do every day. I'm swamped. I have had my share of failures and was often stuck doing unfamiliar tasks, leading to many late nights. But since last year, things have been looking up and the profits have been steadily increasing. I'm married to Samuel, who's 2 years younger than me. We met through work and started dating. With my busy schedule, we rarely had time for dates. Most times, we would just grab dinner after work. One day, about 6 months into our relationship, he said, "I'm sorry, we don't get to see each other much."
It's okay, you're busy, but I have an idea.
What's that?
If we get married, we won't need to make plans to see each other. We'll be together every day.
Wait, are you...
I want to support you, Emily, for the rest of my life. Marry me.
Samuel's sudden proposal took me by surprise. We had only been together for 6 months, and while it was unexpected, I was thrilled. Many, including my mom, thought it was too soon to get married. Mom in particular was against it, but I believed. Samuel is kind. We will make it work. I'll thrive in both my career and personal life. Looking back, I might have been too optimistic. Now that I think about it, I was overthinking it too easily. I can't believe it would end like that. At first, Samuel was incredibly supportive. He would always check in on me, especially on my hectic days. When things weren't going well at work, he would say,
You got this, Emily. I'm rooting for you.
"Thanks."
I'll support you in any way I can.
There were times when he would call out to me and encourage me. He would even cook dinner for me when I worked late, but this honeymoon phase didn't last long. Soon, we started bickering over small things. "Don't leave your laundry around.
Okay.
If you eat, wash your dishes."
You're the wife. You should do it.
"What?" His tone had changed and it caught me off guard. "I work late, so it would help if you cleaned up."
Don't use work as an excuse. It's a wife's job to do the chores.
"I'm sorry." I realized I had been relying too much on Samuel and neglecting our home. He's working too, and he must be tired. I realized that I had built up a lot of dissatisfaction and I reflected on it. I decided to step up and share the household responsibilities. But Samuel gradually stopped helping and started complaining.
Pasta again?
"It's quick to make."
It's undercooked and bland. Can't you make something else?
"I'm sorry, I didn't have time."
You need to expand your cooking repertoire.
On bad days, he would glance at the dinner and decide to eat out.
Did you clean my room?
"No, I didn't get to it."
Oh, clean it up.
"You can clean your own room."
You call yourself a wife?
His complaints grew more frequent. "I'm busy with work too. Cut me some slack." When I finally spoke up, he snapped.
What? You can't even handle basic chores? And you think you can run a business?
He suddenly started yelling loudly and threw a cushion next to me at me. When I got scared and didn't say anything in response, he started to yell at me.
You're trying to be bossy and say you're busy just because you're the president, but I'm also working.
"I know you're working too, but..."
Don't act like you're the only one who's busy. You're not cut out for this.
"What?"
A woman CEO? That's a joke. You're bound to fail. Haha.
"That's mean."
If you're upset, then cook better and clean properly.
I ran to my bedroom, tears streaming down my face. "You used to say you supported me. Did you always feel this way?" From that moment on, I felt a distance growing between Samuel and me. He would occasionally complain, but I never talked back. Fearing another argument, Samuel started going out more even on his days off, and sometimes he wouldn't come home at night. Our conversations dwindled, and we barely spoke. I began sleeping only 3-4 hours a night. I would head to work early in the morning and come home late, cleaning, doing laundry, and preparing meals for the next day. This exhausting routine took a toll on me, both physically and mentally.
Hey, how long are you going to sleep?
I was jolted awake by Samuel's voice. In a panic, I checked the time. I was running late. It seemed I had fallen asleep on the sofa the previous night. Oh no, I'm going to be late.
What about breakfast?
Can't you do that yourself for once? In my rush, I accidentally let my true feelings slip.
You make it. It's your fault for oversleeping.
I started yelling, but I really have to go. As I headed for the door, he grabbed my arm tightly. Ouch! He yanked me back, pushing me onto the sofa. What are you doing?
You think I can go to work hungry?
I was terrified by Samuel's aggressive behavior. Fearing he might get even more violent, I decided to make breakfast quickly after informing my colleagues I would be late. Samuel ate the freshly made meal in silence. As I tried to leave quietly, he suddenly threw his plate on the floor.
This tastes awful.
The plate shattered and the food scattered everywhere.
I'm not an animal. Don't feed me this garbage.
Terrified, I ran out of the house. I was scared to go home that day. I wondered if I could ever have a peaceful life with Samuel. Lately, due to the stress at home, I found myself dozing off during meetings, and it started affecting my work. When I came home after working late, Samuel was still awake.
Welcome back.
That's what he said. He rarely greeted me like this. The mess from the morning was cleaned up and the broken plate was gone. It felt eerie, as if nothing had happened. I finished my chores as usual and Samuel brought me a cup of coffee.
How was work?
Thanks, it's going okay. I was taken aback by Samuel's sudden kindness. We're doing better, profits are stabilizing.
That's good. Keep it up. I'm going to bed.
Maybe he felt remorseful about the morning and was trying to be nice. That's all I thought about it at that time. But the next month, I noticed something odd. Can I ask you something?
What?
Your paycheck was really low this month. Did something happen?
I changed jobs.
What do you mean?
You're earning well, so it's not a problem, right?
Well, we're managing, but when my income became stable, Samuel quit his job on a whim and started working part-time. He was hardly committed, often skipping work. He also began bar hopping till the early hours. His sudden kindness was not out of remorse, but to check on my earnings. I couldn't hold back my anger anymore. I can't bear to live without working, playing with other people's money and not helping out with the housework. What's your deal?
What?
You quit your job without discussing it and you're out drinking every night? Isn't that strange?
So what? You're the one earning.
But you're spending my money on drinks more than our living expenses.
Then earn more. Haha.
What do you think you're doing?
You're so annoying.
Are you cheating on me?
What? Why would you think that?
I can tell, even if you hide it.
Do you have any proof?
I had a gut feeling something was off, even though I didn't have concrete evidence. For instance, he would come home smelling of perfume or suddenly dress up more stylishly. I might not have proof, but I can sense these things.
Is that your woman's intuition? Oh.
Yes, stop cheating and get a proper job.
Shut up.
With that, Samuel slapped me hard across the face. Ouch! I fell backward, landing on my behind. The pain stung and tears welled up in my eyes.
Just work and keep your nose out of my business.
I was in shock and couldn't move for a while. He continued to shout at me.
You probably got cheated on because you're not attractive enough.
I couldn't believe Samuel was capable of this. I couldn't confide in anyone about Samuel. My parents had been against our marriage, and I had a weird sense of pride about not showing weakness at work. A few days later, I had to go on a business trip. I decided to go on an inspection tour to a local factory and was away from home for a few days. I felt a little relieved. Thanks to my business trip, I can get closer to Samuel. Recently, due to Samuel, my fatigue was at its peak. During my business trip, I didn't have much to do other than sightseeing, so I was able to return to the hotel early and rest. I got to relax at a spa resort nearby, enjoying delicious meals and felt rejuvenated. I decided that if Samuel ever got violent again, I would divorce him. When I returned from my trip, I noticed the garbage area was overflowing. Did someone move out? Upon closer inspection, I recognized all the items. Wait, these are all mine. I rushed inside and found a woman's jacket. Huh? Why? When I rushed into the house, there was a woman's jacket lying there. I realized he had brought another woman home.
You're back already? Haha.
Whose jacket is that at the entrance, and why did you throw out my stuff?
Just get out of here. Huh.
What? He laughed maliciously.
Turns out I won the lottery, huh?
The lottery?
Yeah. I was with you for the money, but I don't need you anymore. Haha.
It seemed Samuel had married me for my wealth.
With this money, I don't need to be with you. I can live the good life. Haha.
The realization that he had been using me all along fueled my anger.
You can't even cook. You were the worst wife ever. Huh. Just sign the divorce papers.
He threw the papers at me. They already had his name and signature. All I had to do was sign. At that moment, I decided to make him regret deceiving me. I went to my room and found a woman hiding there. My room was already furnished, with new items indicating he planned to live with her. After confirming this, I turned to Samuel. I'll see you in court. I left those words behind and stormed out. I immediately informed both my parents and Samuel's parents about everything. We told you so, I'm sorry. My mom said through tears, and I regretted not listening to her. Samuel's parents apologized profusely. We are so sorry for our foolish son. I'm planning to take legal action.
We think that's only fair.
Samuel's parents were always so kind to me. It broke my heart to have to share such news with them. After speaking with them, I reached out to a lawyer I knew to prepare a case against Samuel for domestic violence and infidelity. The lawyer whom I met through work was top-notch with a wealth of experience in such cases. He was a rock.
It must be tough for you. Leave the court proceedings to me.
Thank you so much.
We will get every penny we can from the divorce settlement.
Thanks to him, we won the case and I was awarded substantial amount. No amount of money can truly heal the pain I felt, but it did bring some closure. A while later, I received a call from Samuel, probably after he saw the bill. I thought of giving him a piece of my mind, but when I answered, he said,
Got the bill, huh? Haha. To me, that's just pocket change. Doesn't hurt me one bit. Too bad for you. Haha.
I hung up without saying a word. How could he consider such an amount trivial? Did he win the lottery or something? I felt defeated, thinking my revenge had no effect on him, but I decided to move on, focus on my work and forget about Samuel. A month later, he called again.
I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Samuel, suddenly apologetic, caught me off guard. What now?
Turns out I misunderstood the lottery results. I didn't win.
I couldn't help but laugh. Karma does exist.
Oh, you think we can start over?
Are you kidding? Work hard and pay the settlement.
But how can I?
Weren't you the one saying it's just pocket change?
I'm sorry, can you reduce the amount? I really can't afford it.
No way.
I'm really struggling right now.
You should have thought of that before. Look at the bill, and you'll see how much pain you caused me.
Yeah, I understand, but I can't afford to pay that much money. Can I borrow from the woman I cheated with? She left me when she found out I didn't win the lottery.
Sounds like she was just after your money, huh? Well, poor thing. You were just looking for money.
She was the worst.
You're the one to talk.
I finally realized how amazing you are. Please, give me another chance.
Likely another lie.
It's not. Please, forgive me.
No way. Make sure you pay up. Goodbye.
Wait, please.
After that, he kept calling, but I blocked his number. Seeing karma catch up to Samuel was truly satisfying. In the end, Samuel couldn't find a job and couldn't pay the settlement. His parents had to step in. Because of this, he was kicked out of his family home and disowned by his relatives. I wonder where he is now, but it's none of my business. As for me, life's been great. My company has grown, and I have been able to hire more people. I am less stressed, sleeping better, and feeling healthier. I even found the right man and got married. He is nothing like Samuel and remains kind no matter how much time passes. He supports me, compliments my cooking, and helps around the house. I am living my best life now.